Hello and welcome to Maypole Farm. This is in preparation for the map being released. I'll do 3 headlands, I think. Just because we're not going to should we do that? I think we'll do that. So yeah, you can drive the course now. So let me just check, make sure it's there. Very good. Okay. And we're on. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's save this field 34, 41 even at 9.6. Okay, save. There we go. So the new version changes the size of many fields because well, I needed to give more area for people to work with. So if we take a look at the map, that used to be like here, used to be the play area. Now you've got this little area and all up the side here, so it hasn't been expanded by much, but the part that has been expanded by now adds a pig farm, another sell point, along with a sawmill, and you can sell logs here as well, so kind of reduces the amount going on over here. And you horses are now here, so you've got all the animals: sheep, horses, pigs, cows, chickens, and that ain't why how okay. Do you want to stop? Yeah, stop. Let's why did you do that for? Let's see. Because I don't get that. Try again. That's a bit better. Interesting. Anyway, that happened. No accounting for AI still being a little, well, slow at getting what needs to be done correctly. So this could very well be the last farm sim game I ever buy. I don't have the time for making maps like I used to, and as a result, I released versions 2, 3 of Riverview and Maypole, just before Christmas, sometime before Christmas anyway, not just before, but before Christmas, and Stardog was on about, if you're going out, you may as well, expand Maypole a little bit, and I considered it. I've already said this in previous videos. I considered it, and I already had been doing some kind of concept to that extent, and then I was like, you know what, I'll extend it a little bit, but first I want to get the play area looking how I want it, and then joining some fields up to free up viable plot paint areas, because you can't use the same paint layer for multiple fields, unfortunately. Would have been good if you could. Would have made life a lot easier. But if you paint one, let's say paint level 1, and then you go to buy it, any fields that are also got that paint level will be within the purchase. And again, it makes for multiple fields being painted, but it'd have been much easier if they made it that if the paint layer was joined, then that would work. But in this case, the paint layers weren't joined, and I needed more paint layers, so yeah. Limited the amount of fields I could have, or viable plots I could have, so I expanded many fields, joining them together, and so there's some not truly big fields, but they will feel big compared to the fields that would have been on here originally. And then it was a case of, well, making dedicated forest areas. So if we go to the paint layers, so you can see all the viable plots now, and these forest areas all combined into one. And then you've got one at the bottom of this field where you could expand the field if you kill all the trees there, and another one there where you could put a shed or something if you wanted, or use it for storing hay bales, or not hay bales but silage bales, and then freeing up space on your main farm if you're going to be a big dairy farmer. Personally, I'd use it for storing bales, silage bales, and then and use the sheds for storing hay bales and straw and hay bales. But it's entirely up to you. But the aim also was to give a fresh look on the map, and I liked it how it used to be, but I should have just done this one myself, but it was a little niggly, I wanted to expand it a little bit, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it. And when I did do it, I didn't like it, and then when I did it again, I liked it, but I didn't like it. It was one of those moments, and then the work I'd done within the play area, I decided to combine that with the work that I'd done outside of the play area, or a portion of it anyway, in comparison, and that's when I liked it. I think this is, oh yeah, field 40 next. So not every field has changed, and a lot of gates have been removed. because it didn't make sense why there'd be so many gates. Right, let's line this up, and we will use our guide to do this one again. I know I just moaned about and said I should do it myself. You know what, I will do it myself, but I will save that field 40, mowing 9.6 metre, yeah, and then close that, bring that down. And we'll go. Right, so, because then I can get more of the grass then. Because at some point I'd come in with the plough and I would take this right up to the road. Anyway, I also took into what Stardog said and add multiple trees, and what other people had said in their videos about, you know, all the trees facing the same direction, blah blah blah. That wasn't on me, that was on the fact of how they're, when porting all the trees over from, or updating all the trees to FS19, 2019 even trees, they all changed from multiple directions to one direction. Don't ask me why, but they did. And I painstakingly went through and changed a lot of trees around, and had fewer of the maple trees and more birch trees as a result, which are easier to get rid of in the long run, but I preferred the maple trees personally. There again, I preferred the oak trees actually. I preferred the bushier trees because they filled a bigger space with the leaves. Made it seem a bit more natural. And then within the forestry areas, small and large trees. So you had some baby trees growing in there. I know you don't really, they don't grow. They will always stay that size, sadly, but not much you can do about that. I haven't played Farm Sim in a while, funny enough. Been too busy playing Transport Fever 2. That's been a lot of fun. Currently working on my 4th challenge, which ends on the 31st of this month. Personal monkey show challenge. Was actually planning on streaming, or privately streaming, I should say, that one over this, but yeah, I decided against it and went with doing it this way instead. And I can't remember if I was doing silage or hay bales. It might have been hay. Find out when I've done this field, because we'll be passing the first field that was mowed, and see if the grass is still there, or if I've already picked it up. I'm pretty sure I was doing hay bales. Shows how long ago that I played this. It was definitely before Christmas. In fact, the last time I played it was the last time I did a video on it. So yeah. Looking at Transport Fever 2, I think once I've done the challenge for Monkey Show Challenge, I'm going to start doing the campaign. I don't normally go for achievements, but I, for some reason, want to get all the achievements on Transport Fever 2. I guess because I've got most of them now. I may as well get the last, 11, I think, and a good 5 or 6 of those are campaign challenge achievements. So and then there's, I think, the museum line I've got to do. Keep vehicles from all road vehicles from 1950, passenger road vehicles from 1950 going till whatever year, 2020, I think, or something like that. Another one was keep a vehicle going from 1900s to, that one might have been 2020 actually. Anyway, or that might be the museum line. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a few challenges left to do. But, well, not challenges, achievements. I've got, I think, over 300 hours in that game now. That's bad, really, when you think about it. Considering I only had it for, what, just before, or just after, or near Christmas. Just after, I think it was. Again, thank you, Stardog. Definitely gain the value from it. There's, once I've got all the achievements, then I'll play it with probably mods. Oh look, these ones, that would be great. That'd be hay there. So that's interesting. Why? This is drier than the rest of it, I guess. Interesting. I'm playing with seasons, by the way, as you can tell from the top. If you was wondering why the grass was a different colour. And I don't like the idea that you can't TED. I wish, well, you can TED, but it's not going to dry the grass any quicker, from my understanding. Let's get this back. And if you rake it, it will still dry. But I guess they're doing whatever they can to make it at least feasible. Obviously the grass is all still there, so I am doing hay. Very good. Ooh, I need to move that. What have I got in there? Of course I'd have that in there. Is that going to go under there? Should do, shouldn't it? Without smacking it off the wall, that'd be a good thing. this one in here as well. I guess line up a bit easier would be much more. I know I've got a button. No, not that one. One of them. Don't know which one. Anyway, it's no, there. That reverse. Do I have a fertilizer? Oh, I do. It's in the field already, isn't it? Never mind. What have I got in here? Do I not have a baler then? Apparently not. Check your garage would be easier, wouldn't it, than looking around. And no, I do not have a baler. Okay, I need a baler. One of these, and shall I go with round or square? Decisions. 145 horsepower. And the Coon one requires 110. And our powerfulest tractor is 200 and something, I think. Yeah. Okay. So we could run both, either one. So we just go with this one. 14 bales. 4,000 litres. 4,000 litres, I was going to say. I must have been on something else. I don't know what I was on, but anyway, 100 something that was 130, but horsepower. Anyway, we are going to go with this one, and we will go with that colour for the bales, and we'll buy you. Yep. And then we'll go and fetch you and bring you back, and I know I was working towards was preparing for buying cows at some point. When that will be, I do not know. But because I don't play farm sim like I used to play it, could be a while before I get into doing that. I know I've been looking at my games library, hiding some games I'll never play, like Goat Simulator, thank you Kevin, or Tree Simulator, thank you Farmer Dad. So because I had no idea why I had some of the games I did have. Some of them were free and bought in bundles, but with the bundles rather. And so I hid the games I wouldn't play, tidying up the library so I could see what kind of games I would play. And I keep looking at this war of mine and thinking I should give that one a shot, because I bought it because I like the concepts of it, and I know Farmer Dad's played it, and it's now in its full release, I believe. All the additional DLCs have been released, and all that good stuff. And it's a survival-based game, but without zombies. More, obviously, this war of mine based around trying to survive as a civilian during the war-torn country. So I think I'll be giving that a try at some point. What else have I been doing? Well, funny enough, this version of Maypole was ready before Christmas, to be honest. And I just need to take pictures. That's literally all I need to do, is capture some pictures, and then it's all ready to go. We haven't got a rake, have we? That's something else we need to bring up. Where am I going? My wheel being a bit too sensitive. Button, that one, yeah, that's the button. Let's go and get a rake. Buy a rake first would be, and that's not a rake, that's a tedder, a rake, that one, yeah. One of them ones, buy, yes, good. And then we can get ready to start stockpiling bales at some point. And because I also tend to rake any straw crops, the straw into rows, so it's easy to pick up rather than following the combine. That way it's less work being done in the long run, or less time spent on the field in the long run. You can turn around the field a lot quicker and get ready to go again, although in seasons that isn't always the case. Am I playing with a Geo? I think I'm playing with Cork Geo, actually, or the Irish Geo. Might be. I'm pretty sure I am. And it's not because this map's based in Ireland, although it would make sense to use it because of that. Even though it's a fictional, in a sense, map. More fictional now than it was before, let's put it that way. The Irish have a lot of rain, and so does the UK. But Ireland has it more than the UK, but it just doesn't seem to rain that much. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but it doesn't. And that's why I went with the Irish GO. I'm pretty sure it's Cork, but I'm not going to look, but I'm pretty sure it is. And while the grass is drying, what we're going to do is we're going to take some pictures, try and remember what button hides the hood, and I honestly can't remember. I know I've got the mod in that hides the hood. Hood hider, I believe it's called. But for the life of me, I cannot remember the button. Yeah, before I forget, let's sort this thing out. What was it? See to change camera view. I think I'd rather have it over this side. No, up. There we go. Have it there, and then G on that one, and put that over here. And put it down a bit, I think. There. And then enter, is it? Yeah. Good. That'll work. At least now I can run closer to the side here. If anything's going to change, it'll be this pole will be moved over to here, standing this side of the, or moved back, one or the other. Could actually just be moved back, couldn't it? Because yeah, or just move this hedge further up, just because the amount of times I've almost hit that pole. Kind of amazing, really. What do we want to do? Go and take some pictures. Try and remember what the hood hiding button was. I missed my G27. Was it on this pad? On the numpad for hiding? Control, no. Shift, no. Alt, no. Damn. Yeah. That button. Just press random buttons, it'll be fine. Be one of them, won't it? It's gotta be one of them. Just which one, I don't know. It wasn't O, was it, by any chance? No. That'd have been too easy. None of them. Okay. None of them. Let's try with... No, it's definitely not 9. Although... what was it for hiding the hood? Let's press P and let's Google it. Google FS19 hood hider. Hypha, it's the hood hider. Yeah, that one. What's the button? Control, left control +1. What, you sure? I'm sure I pressed there. Left control +1. +1. Ah, it was that one. Okay, I need the hood back on a minute. I need to go and then activate flight. No, 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 no. Toggle, no, that one. Yep. And then Alt 1, press J, and then Q&A. There we go. Perfect. Steam icons are obviously showing, but we can always crop the image down, I guess. One of them. Let's see what else can we do? Sorry about that. Kids again. What was we doing? Taking pictures, yeah. What's this? We don't want to be in a combine. That's old one. Can you bring it? Oh, yeah, perfect. This is what field 44. Do we have a course for field 44? Arable fertilizing. We do. Question is, I don't think this is ready to be sprayed again, is it? It's on the right one, drive it. And no, it's not. Okay, stop. Close that down then. Actually, let's take you out. Show you some of the countryside while we're driving along, and hide the hood again in case we find somewhere where we want to take a picture. Go to the new area that's been changed or extended within. And a lot of you will remember that as we're going along, fields like that one used to be 2 fields, that one used to be 2 fields, you know, and you'll see that those fields have been expanded in comparison considerably, especially like over there where there was a bunch of small fields all over there. Now they're much less, and by joining a lot of fields up, it also made for the land being much more noticeable on the way they changed, and things like this being added changes the look of it as well. But at this point you would have not been able to go any further once we get to just a little bit further up. About here it would be literally a no-go, but now it goes a little bit further up, and I do believe I put a gate at the end up here for you to be able to get into the field should you come all the way up here, because it ends here. There. I knew it ended somewhere, I just couldn't remember where. But a gate was put there so you could easily turn around and not have to reverse halfway down the lane to be able to turn around. The sad thing is even if I wanted to expand this any further, I can't really do that. I'm sick of being disturbed. And one of the kids come down to say goodnight. So this is all the new area. Forestry added, some houses, a church, Ledley, aka Lidl, I guess. Yeah. And what I need to do is get some static cars and put them in here. But Ledley will take some stuff, and that is not what you would find here. Ledley will take your potatoes, your eggs, and your milk. And your grain mill will take your potatoes, but not eggs and milk. So it gives a reason to come up here. If you're working with chickens, then this is where you'll have to come. And it was definitely much nicer to be able to add like this, the pig farm, giving you all of the animals, because originally in Maypole FS17 edition there was no additional space for the pigs, and now all the animals are there. And I tried to keep it looking deceiving as well, within terms of like, oh yeah, because I'm flying, aren't I? I wondered why all of a sudden I went up. Like here, you can't actually get into the pen, but you can open the gate, but you can't get in there. And that also includes you ain't getting over there, are you? That also includes this side. You can't get in there. And for those who know that you could jump into the crash, well, boundary collision and get through it, not anymore. It's a completely different collision that I've put in there. And yeah, going on with the feel, yeah, you can't get there, even though it looks like you can. And that was the idea, just to keep it feeling like the map does go on, that it doesn't just end like Riverview's way of dealing with that was that it was an island surrounded by rock, or not rock, but surrounded by a mainland in a sense. I had contemplated on, should I just have it so it looks like there's islands in the distance and that you're just one of many islands, but maybe that could still become a thing, but I don't know. If I revisited Riverview, would I do what I've done here with the forestry areas? There's so much forestry on that map though, and I wanted to keep it looking like it's a wild area rather than putting the leaves in there and all that. I wanted to make it look like it's overgrown and wild, and nobody's really cared about it or done anything with it. But I guess for a lot of people, Maypole, those who do play and love the map, they will either like the changes or hate them. And I do know a lot of people who who had played this wasn't sure how to get to certain fields because they all went all over the place, and if you got the concept, then you'd understand why they was done that way. But that sign obviously needs moving. I probably said that in the last video as well, but I haven't been in the editor since the last video. Well, actually I haven't been in the editor since before the last video. I think the last time I was in the editor was actually when I did a video. But like, hedges have been removed from here, where it gives you the chance to bring bigger equipment there. And the sheep farm has been expanded a little bit for all the trees removed from back here, and sheds put in their place just to give more room for additional equipment. Still contemplating on if I want to expand this to further over here and have more pallet space, because when you got a lot of sheep, yeah, and obviously you still have to go in here to do the water for the sheep. Unless you got this mod, then you don't. But if I was working with sheep, I would probably stick it over here, out of the way, and do that, and then that would be that one done. But if you haven't got the mod, then this is a water point that you can fill up from and do it that way. What was the mod called actually? I think it was additional animal or advanced animal or something like that, or extended, maybe extended animal care. I don't know. I haven't really paid much attention to mods either. Like I said, I haven't really had time to do much for anything. So yeah. We'll have a look at the original sell point now, and you'll see how more different it's still the same layout. I mean, the sell point itself hasn't changed. The all that's changed is, more. All the forestry trees are here, and you can't do anything with these ones. The sell point's still there. Buy animals there, sell straw over there, sell your pallets back there, and then you've got this wild area to come in and park your equipment in and get ready to go to work in, should you so wish to. And then the final area is the wood, the lumber yard. But I think overall Maypole feels better for the changes. I think they was in one way needed. It's easy to say that the old version of Maypole was good enough because you know, obviously small fields, it meant that you was moving equipment around a lot more and made for turning around fields a lot quicker, but also a bit more time consuming, having to move equipment around, and sometimes having to have more than additional equipment to do the same job, because you had so many fields. And I did get to that point where I had that many fields. I had 3 manure spreaders, 3 slurry spreaders, 2 fertilizer sprayers, and they would all be at work. I had that many tractors, I didn't know what to do. Is that floating? There is floating. See, you notice these little things when you drive around. Testing obviously is something that's needed. Like, I think that one's floating as well. No. Okay. But yeah, the lumberyard. I mean, I haven't sold any wood here. Actually, I have. Come to think of it, I just gotta get the marker to say that it's here. Other than that, it's all good. So, I know I've been busy, getting distracted a bit, but as we get stuck on the pumps, yeah, thank you. So that's been Maypole. Hopefully when it comes out, I'm not giving you a date because it's pointless me trying to keep to dates. It just doesn't work. So what I'm going to say is that's Maypole as it is, and when it comes out, all the things that I've pointed out in this video will have been seen to, and hopefully I can get the map out fairly soon, and you guys will be able to enjoy the new feel and look to the map. And for those who one second. Okay, perfect. For those who didn't know, if you look at the mini map now, this road will take you over to the other side of the map, so you can actually get from your farm over to here, and even to your, it won't go over to this, oh, actually it does, you can go this way, so you can get from here all the way over to the pig farm without having to follow this road if you wished. Would it be easy to follow the road? Yeah, but if you're working in the field here and you need to get to the pig farm, you can do so. And these are a lot of grass fields, as you can see. These ones are not, clearly. And why is that? Nothing growing on them at all. Interesting. They've been cultivated, ready to go. Okay. Anyway, as we drop back down to earth. In fact, should we go up? Let's go up. And as we go up, I will thank you all for watching. And that pool of water over there is, oh, I've got a hole in the field over there, because that's where the pool of water originally was, is the only water plane on the map. That was done to reduce well, reduce any lag spikes that you might get because of a water plane that wasn't actually needed, because it was a full water plane. Anyway, as we're going up, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and the map will be released soon. When, I don't know, but soon.